All the calls stay right there because walking to our studio, Cal Ripken Jr., he turns, if you don't mind me bringing it up, Cal, because it doesn't seem to bother you, turn 50. When is your birthday?
I might start crying the day after I turn 50, but August 24th.
August 24th. So at that time, even though you're in top flight condition, you say to yourself, in all my businesses, am I getting the right message out to people in my age bracket?
It feels like when I came into business, I started, gave everybody a 20-year head start because I was into baseball, and I didn't leave baseball till 40. So it seems like I'm constantly trying to catch up. So I don't know whether the right message is getting out there, but it seems like we're moving the ball, we're moving it forward. And
you have a great sponsor you're going to talk about in a second. But first things first, do you think the All-Star Game should be moved because of the Arizona immigration law?
No.
Are you shocked that when real life sneaks into your world of now I know you're in the business world too, but as a player when you were in the sports world, this is an example. They're being asked every day now. People at Diamond, they're protesting the Diamondbacks in Chicago.
Yeah, one of the successes of being in business or doing anything is doing what you do and doing it well, and don't let outside distraction. Don't run yourself too broad. Figure out what your core skills are and go after it. So when you're in the baseball world and you're playing in the baseball world, you're a baseball player. The rest of the world seems to stop. You do what you do. So,
but it's happened to you before where people walk in the locker room, they're going, yeah, Cal, the Orioles won 4-3. You continue to play. And by the way, enter in the issue of the day.
And then you always play a little dumb and say, I'm a baseball player. I don't know what else is going on.
But it's too late. You can't play dumb anymore. You're in the real world and you're successful at it.
I think playing dumb is a pretty good negotiating weapon from time to time. But I am dumb enough anyway. Baseball players, it is true. We're not the brightest guys in the world.
Well, but you do read the papers. You got a lot of free time. You can't play Xbox all the time, do you?
No, I mean,
when you were a player,
I just got an iPad, so I'm consuming the internet and reading and trying to stay up with baseball because I do have to comment on the playoffs at the end of the year.
Right. You work for Turner, don't you?
Yeah, which requires you to watch a lot of baseball, and many times with a busy schedule running around, you don't get a chance to watch as much baseball, and you feel like then you're on the outside. There's still a few guys I know. I faced Andy Pettit. I certainly played with and played against Jamie Moyer. But the list is starting to dwindle about where I can go back and remember them.
Right.
I have to learn them all the way through. So, my free time is watching baseball for the reasons that I'm working in it. I just did the All-Star selection show for TBS, and we're naming the All-Star team, and I had to cram like crazy for the last 2 weeks just to get up to speed with some of the new guys.
Well, which you kind of like doing, correct? Like when you cram on a topic that you like, when you see these stats, and you see how the team reacts to them. I mean, there's some good stories out there. I mean, first and foremost, it's just because I'm in New York, but Derek Jeter always cites you. Alex Rodriguez was a shortstop. He always cites you. You played against them.
Well, I mean, Derek handles himself, like nobody I've ever been around.
Right.
I mean, it's in New York. He's a great player, all the pressure that goes with New York, and no matter what the controversy is, what the subject is, he's a boring soundbite.
He is the worst. Nice guy, though. We'll talk to you.
And talk about being smart. He knows where you're going with the question, and he doesn't let you get there.
Right.
And he has skills that he's developed over time, which is what he has to do. He's a baseball player. In some ways, he's just saying, let me play baseball, let me do what I do. And he does it very, very well.
And he does. And as a shortstop yourself, and a lot of people are saying, well, how long can you do that? Because he's 34 now, 35, coming up on a brand new contract. You're the Yankees. As valuable as it is to the team, if you're just looking at pure baseball, are you saying to yourself, I really should not put that much money into a guy that's 35 years old at a shortstop at a position like that as grueling?
Well, there's not too many Derek Jeters that come along. And you got to figure out he is the heart and soul, and he's playing at a very, very high level, continuing. He keeps himself in great shape. He's the leader in the middle of that lineup. He makes it go. And so I think I would make a higher evaluation for him. I'd want to keep him right where he is.
Right. I do want to bring you to something else that you were on Fox and Friends earlier. When everyone was asking the same thing, and I told you a while ago, and I'm sure you don't remember, but I got a call when I first started at Fox, and they said, Brian, go to Toronto. I go, why? He goes, Cal's going to sit out today.
Ooh.
So I flew to Toronto. I go up there. They go, I don't know what you're doing here. He's not sitting out. It wasn't even a rumor. But wouldn't you love to have been Wouldn't you have loved to have had a Twitter where in 140 characters you let it be known, whether it's I'm playing through my ankle injury or my focus is purely on winning the pennant? Would you like to be on the offensive like Shaq has been, like LeBron James has been, and Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan? They announce and they kind of bypass the media and go right to the fan.
Well, what's the advantage? Just being proactive and bypassing
you don't need
controversy?
Me. Yeah, I mean,
in some ways, you have to manage the media. You can't control the media. You have to manage them and get your voice out. I was criticized all the time for being selfish for the streak. If I wasn't playing well and the team wasn't playing well, Cal needs to take a day off. But the right approach, the down deep inside value is my job is to be a baseball player, and I'm supposed to be there for the team in the highest of challenges. So I put myself in the hands of the manager. They created the streak, and you played. Would I have been better off being able to tweet something and say, hey, I'm doing the right thing. This is what baseball players should do. They shouldn't fake injuries. They shouldn't sit out. They shouldn't skip Randy Johnson.
Right.
And those sorts of things. I think that would just be creating a whole lot more problems than anything. I'd rather keep the messages and your relationships with people in a trusting sort of way and not violate that trust. Like when you had team meetings. Nowadays, the information in the team meeting comes out, in the form.
They're tweeting while the meeting's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Cal,
that's not right.
The message that Cal, a lot of, I'm saying my audience is older, but I will say this, they are not they're not 11.
Mm-hmm.
So the message that you have, I think, is important that Cal has for everyone, even people not in the Hall of Fame, like myself. When we come back, more with Cal Ripken and you. This is Kilmeade and Friends.
Prompt or free after Fox and Friends, except for maybe a few notes written on his hand.
He makes it look so easy.
Brian Kilmeade, Kilmeade and Friends.
Jr. here. Cal, you turned 50. New people can't relate to your skill and your accomplishments, but they can to turning 50. What advice do you have for everyone staying healthy?
Well, we've partnered with Cheerios, and really it is to inspire people to take care of their heart. It's a campaign that Cheerios started just for that reason, to encourage all the people out there, not just wait until you're 52. There's a problem. When I came back from my last doctor visit, my cholesterol was up a little bit. And I never had to worry as an athlete. I exercised all the time. I ran around. You're younger. You think you're going to live forever. And then all of a sudden you say, wait a minute, now I got to pay attention to my diet. I got to pay attention to my exercise and those sorts of things. And so I'm really happy to be able to partner with Cheerios and get that message out. And everybody can't relate to being a professional baseball player, but as you said, they certainly can relate to when you start to get 40 and 50 years old. You thought you'd be able to live forever. Now you got to start taking care of yourself and doing the right thing. So if this campaign, part of the campaign is you can go online, Cheerios.com/love, and you can tell us about what you love to do, because you need a healthy heart to do what you love to do. And if you win, you get to come hang out with me throughout the first pitch in the World Series.
Get out of here.
And hang out maybe the rest of the day, and then I got my front row seats available down at Camden Yards to enjoy a game.
So any game during the year, or that'd be for the following year after the World Series, it would be this year. If you win, when will you announce the winner?
I don't know.
But just go online, it's all there.
It's all there at Cheerios.com/love.
Okay. It's all there. So, Cal, I have to win. After all the years we go back.
You don't have to win. You don't have to win. You can come anytime you want.
All right, Cal, I caught him on tape. You taped that, Joey? Keep listening to Kilmeade and Friends. Thanks, Cal.